Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets. It's going to be another profitable day for you. AFC, NFC championship games is this episode here. We're down to the final three football games for the season. So, college football. Big finish there with Indiana, and now we've got Rams and Seahawks, Patriots and Broncos. Interesting couple of matchups. Apologize, like we've been having some health issues, so haven't been on as much here, but wanted to get these football plays out for you for January the 25th, and then obviously be back for the Super Bowl in a couple weeks. We'll continue to hit basketball every day. We'll have another episode out for basketball here shortly after this one as well. So hopefully everybody is had a great January so far. It's been a good one. So what do we expect here out of these couple of games? So we'll go through the first game here first. It's going to be Broncos Patriots in Denver. This at 3:00 Eastern time, CBS, Paramount Plus are broadcasting the game on this one. The big news, obviously, in this game, Bo Nix is out. Broke his ankle or whatever injury it is. He's out for the remainder of the playoffs. So big news there. Jarrett Stidham, who hasn't started in over 2 years, is going to be calling at the helm for the Broncos. Patriots come in. Patriots probably couldn't have played any worse if they wanted to last weekend. Still figure out a way to get a big victory. Drake May turned the ball over. When they talk about size of hands at the combine, last week's game was primary example number one why larger hands are better to hold on to the football quarterback. So when you always sit there and go, well, why does that matter? Well, that was the game right there. They turned the ball over a ton, but the good news is their defense also got a bunch of turnovers as well against the Texans. Texans, great defense. Patriots, great defense. And then you got the Broncos, great defense in this one. You kind of see they say defense wins championships. If you look at the final four teams, four of the better defenses out there, right? So what do we expect here in this Patriots-Broncos game? I guess it all depends on what you expect out of Jarrett Stidham. So do you expect Stidham to come out, do anything? Do you expect him to be solid? Now, he did play for the Patriots. He has had some good games in the past, but the Broncos' run game is not known to be stellar with R.J. Harvey, McLaughlin. So what do we expect out of that Broncos offense that has struggled, honestly, early in ball games most of the season? It's been a lot of late game heroics. Line in this game, though, has come down from 5.5 point favorite here for the Patriots on the road down to 3.5. Total's been 42.5, 43.5. It's up to 43.5 at a lot of places now. You know, when it boils down to the almighty dollar, right? That's why we're here watching the show, or I'm putting this show out, is what bets are we going to make so we can make some money? I still think the Patriots minus the points is the best play on the board, player prop or game or total wise, the entire. First of all, the Patriots did not lose on the road one time all season long. And now you're kind of playing, and the Broncos are handicapped in this matchup. So even if Stidham has a good game, what does that look like? Is that still somewhere that can put up 21 plus points? I don't know if it is. I expect the Patriots to be able to score 24 to 27. That means the Broncos are going to have to figure out how to score probably 28 or more to win the game. I don't think that's going to happen with Jarrett Stidham at the helm and that Patriots defense. Now, I will say this. The Patriots defense, for some reason, on the first series seems to be like they're trying to get their footing or something, and they allow a lot of ball movement, if anything else, where they can field position defensively. But it seems like after that first series, Vrabel and the defense figure a lot of stuff out on their opponent. This game for us was pretty simple for taking the Patriots side of things, but we do have a lot of player props and everything else in this particular game. Let's go through it with you here. So Patriots, we're going to play money line first quarter, money line first half, -3.5 for the game. Drake May, 30+ pass attempts. I know he's been right around that number, close to it. I think they're going to have to play a lot shorter passing game than they typically do, as Denver does put a lot of pressure on you. And with that pass rush means Drake May is going to throw the ball a lot quicker. Therefore, there's going to be maybe a couple more pass attempts than what we've seen out of him lately. Stephon Diggs, 45+ receiving yards. Obviously, I think Surtain's going to follow him around a little bit. I expect a lot of short passes. That Diggs, 5 catches for 50 yards should be pretty possible. And that's why we like Diggs for 5+ receptions in this game as well. Ramondre Stevenson, 70+ rushing and receiving yards. In this one here, the only thing we really worry about with Ramondre, he's had a really good postseason so far, but his one downfall is holding on to the ball. And the one thing that could screw up the game is turnovers. So we're hoping Ramondre continues to have ball security as well. Drake May, 2+ passing touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson, 13+ yards, longest rush. Travion Henderson, 9+ rush attempts and 16+ rushing yards in the first half. It seemed like they leaned on Stevenson quite a bit in the second half. I think that might be the case again. Henderson, I like Travion. He has an injury history at Ohio State. They don't run to the boundary very well with Henderson. That was his strength at Ohio State. He's ran a lot between the tackles. I'd like to see him get a little bit more outside, a little more outside zone blocking for him to get loose. But he should be able to get 9+ rush attempts. Chason for the Patriots, 3+ tackles and assists. And then Ellis, 6+ tackles and assists. All right, then we get game. Probably, maybe the game. It could be the game of the whole playoffs. Rams, Seahawks, 6:30 Eastern time frame on Fox. We get the third installment of this. So Rams won their game at home. Seahawks won their game at home. Both games close. Even the game where the Seahawks went to the Rams and Darnold had 4 picks or 4 turnovers. Excuse me, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me on that one. It was still pretty close overall. That Seahawks defense is pressure built. They will get after it. They will move Stafford off his spot. The question is Kyron Williams, can he run for some yards? We think he can. No Charbonnet in this one, so expect a big dose of Kenneth Walker. Jackson Smith and Jigba, obviously, we think is going to be heavily involved. You're going to see Puka Nacua, I'm sure, there. I expect the Seahawks to bring a lot of pressure defensively. Because to stop the Rams offense, you need to put them behind the sticks a little bit. And that's what we think there. Line on the game's currently 2.5. Seattle being the favorite, 45.5 total. Seattle defense last week was tremendous. The Rams have had to put up some points. The defense has shown a little bit of chinks. They will give up quite a few yards as well. That should benefit the Seahawks for time of possession because they definitely want to run the ball a little bit more. I was shocked at the Rams last week that they really didn't give the rock a lot more to Kyron Williams and Blake Corum. They did throw it quite a bit. It seemed like they got a little pass happy with Stafford. I think they're going to need to be a little bit more balanced here to keep that Seahawks pass rush off of them as well. But in this one here, we do like the Seahawks. So we do like a Seahawks and Patriots Super Bowl. I understand it's both favorites. It's both the way the money's kind of poured in, but it's I know the books are rooting for the two opposites, but I just think that the Seahawks here are going to be too much to handle. -0.5 first quarter, 1.5 first half, 2.5 for the game. Rashid Shaheed, under 23.5 receiving yards. Kyron Williams, 25+ rush yards in the first half. Kyron Williams, 70+ rushing and receiving yards. Cooper Kupp, the former Ram, 13+ receiving yards first half, 30+ receiving yards for the game. Tyler Higbee, I think the one chink in the armor, so to speak, for the Rams defense is going to be, or not the Rams defense, the Seahawks defense is they were susceptible to the tight end. Higbee, 16+ receiving yards. Stafford, 255+ passing yards. Sam Darnold to throw an interception. I know kind of goes against the purpose there. I think that the Rams are probably going to have a turnover as well in this game. It could be a Stafford pick. It could be, somebody fumbling the ball. But Sam Darnold's been throwing a lot of picks. We'll see if Sam can overcome his demons in big games here. He has so far. So Sam Darnold, though, we do think will throw a pick. Cooper Kupp, 17-plus yards, longest reception. Kyron Williams, 50-plus rush yards. Parkinson for the Rams, 14-plus yards, longest reception. And one of the sneakier plays I think we can play in this one is Mumpfield for the Rams. They got 2 plays on him, 1+ reception, 1+ yard, longest reception. So we just need 1 catch for 1 yard to catch both of those. He does seem to catch a pass. And I think with the blitz coming or the pressure coming from Seattle, it's going to be to get rid of the ball quick. So he's not going to be able to wait for Puka and Devontae to kind of go, those intermediate routes that the Rams really love. It's going to be more of a quick passing game, maybe out to the backs. Mumpfield, we think, catches 1 in that one. All right, that's a rundown of the AFC and NFC championship game bets for Sunday, January 25th. If you like the content you're seeing here, make sure you give us a like, subscribe, follow, turn the notifications on, leave a comment, all that kind of good stuff. Share it with a friend. It's greatly appreciated when you do. Also, all of our episodes here on YouTube brought to you by Outlier, the world's #1 sports betting app. You can get a 7-day free trial to check it out. Link in the comments section of the YouTube channel page. Also, our Discord channel. So for all the people that watch our show, and we've been missing a lot, the Discord hasn't missed anything. So the Discord continues to get all the bets at the same time. So make sure you sign on up on that. You'll find the link in the comments section and on our YouTube channel page. And join a couple 100+ members that love doing the same thing you do, sports wagering. You get all of our bets early. You get all of our unit sizes. You get bonus material, such with UFC last night. And just a little FYI on that, that fight between Pimbley and Gagey was outstanding. That's probably going to be fight of the year, and we got to see it in January. So welcome Paramount Plus to that fantastic deal you signed with UFC as well. But you get all that stuff. Golf, which will be a little bit more heavily involved next week. Farmers Open's coming up. So that Discord, you're going to get not only all of our bets early that you're going to see for the public, but you're going to also get bonus material as well. Formula One's, about 6 weeks away as well, or heavily involved in Formula One as well. So a lot of stuff going on. Make sure you check that out, that Discord channel. You find a link in the comments section and the YouTube channel page. We do appreciate everybody's support as always. So we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.